Well, good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and we are picking up from where we left off last time. We're at Ecad and Estelle, and we want to talk to these elves here.
Welcome to the Golden Wood. May we speak?
The orcs of Moria are numerous and have become bolder than ever in recent days. Some of them have even managed to pass the border of the wood, though none of them will ever come again out of LOTRO. The sharp eyes of the Galadhrim are quick to discern passage of our coast, and any orc so found cannot expect to live for long. But there are so many of the vile creatures that the arrows of the Galadhrim will be in short supply before much longer. Look for orc corpses along the border of the Golden Wood, east of here, and recover arrows from their bodies. Do not get too near the border, for the Galadhrim may shoot you from hiding if they do not know you. Stray not too near the border if you value your life. So, once upon a time, that would have been true. If you had were not careful, you would have gotten shot.
A shadow falls beyond LOTRO, against which we must be prepared.
Orcs have been trying to enter the Golden Wood for the past several days, Medriel, and though they are killed by the arrows of the Galadhrim before they get very far, still there is grievous damage done. Curse the foul feet of the orcs. Their passage across the swift-flowing Nimrodel has dirtied the clean waters. The encrusted filth of their boots collects on the banks of the stream, and the song of Nimrodel is made the more sorrowful for it. Travel north and south along the stream and collect the filth left behind by the orcs' passage. Bring it to me, and we will dispose of it, and Nimrodel will run clean once more. Alright, so he wants me to collect some orc filth. So we can head out this way. As you can see, there is various spots of orc filth. Luckily, we don't have to gather too much of it. And yes, there is a reason we're doing this first. And because it's going to lead us back to where we want to be for some other quests. So it all works out. Okay, we don't want to worry about those right now. Can't even remember what that stuff is. Okay, so we have 4 filth, and we have found our first orc corpse. Orc corpse. That's a mouthful. And Miss Carol the categories. Right, we don't want to deal with the birdie right now. So used to doing this when I don't aggro anything that I just realized I am going to aggro everything around here. I'm not worried about them killing me, I just don't feel like killing them. Okay. So that's 2 orc corpses. I think we got all the filth. Yep, we did. So we have to find a couple more. Obviously, I'm just following a path that I already know. Second there, I thought I had something attacking me. It must have been just a butterfly. Alright, we need one more. Which Should be across the way somewhere. Nimrodeliant. Nimrodeliant. Oh, where are you? There you are. You have crossed the Nimrodel with the ladies. Be grateful we did not hinder your crossing of the Nimrodel Randir. Excuse me? Excuse me? How old are you? I bet you I'm a good 1,000 years older than you. So shut your mouth. Oh, wait a second. I don't need the horse until I go back across the water. Now this graphic, I don't know, there's something about this bit of graphic here, and I think it's just the fact that it repeats so often that it's obvious it's a repeat. It does happen. No. Alright, so, sorry about that. It seems like Miss ECHO heard her name somehow.
Welcome to the Golden Wood.
Okay, so, very good, Madriel. The elf arrow that kills more than one orc is a lucky arrow indeed.
Welcome to the Golden Wood.
The arrows you have brought to me will have a second chance at slaying orcs, but their chance will come nearer to the entrance of Moria, from which the orcs pour into Nanduhirian. My friend, Merid Thrandir, journey to Mekhem Bizru, the outpost for the northwest, very near the entrance of Moria. He will be able to make use of these arrows if you bring them to him with all speed. Pick up a bundle of arrows on the crate to my right and carry them to Mekhem Bizru. You will need to follow the road in the west all the way through Nanduhirian. Beware of orcs on the road and do not let the arrows get wet. You will be unable to hold on to them if you enter deep water. Alright, so let me talk to this other guy first.
What business have you with the Lord and Lady?
Curse the foul feet of the orcs. You have done well to cleanse the banks of Nimrodel, though as long as the orcs march towards the Golden Wood, the beautiful stream will be endangered by their filthy, careless footsteps. I have an idea. Let us return the filth to the orcs.
The Lord and Lady have need of your services.
We will show the orcs that the elves of Lorien will not tolerate their presence here. Bring the orc filth you found from the banks of Nimrodel to one of the fires in the orc camps of Nanduhirian to the northwest and set it aflame. The reek of the burning will send a message to the orcs of Moria. No stain on these lands will be permitted from this day forth. Follow the road west and north into Nanduhirian and look for the orc camps along the road. Urkashan, Drugamad, or Aphmudhul, blah. Burn the ark filth in one of these fires and return to me when you have disposed of it all. Alright, so, honestly, I don't think the arks are going to care if you burn their filth in the fires. I don't think they notice stench. But we'll do it. Now, this is the quest that it becomes a daily, and you gather the arrows. Now we're gonna pick up a bundle of arrows, and we have a limited amount of time to run those arrows all the way back to Mekhem Bizru. And we have to do it without getting the arrows wet. We have to do it without, well, getting dead, because we can't fight back against anything that might attack us while we're running these back. And this is, of course, easier to do if you have a character that has a speed boost. So either maybe you're using a coffee, which you can actually, if I had my crafting up enough, I could make, because there is some level 50 coffee, but I don't. But yeah, there's a coffee. It gives you like a 5 or 10% speed boost. Oh, this is not a good time for me to get lag. Come on, really? Alright, let's see if this recovers or not. This may fill the quest for me. It's broken. They just had an update too, so I don't know what's going on here. I guess I will be right back. Okay, so we're back, and that took a little while. So it turns out this time it was not the game servers that were giving me problems, but my dear lovely old internet. Yeah, can you tell? I just love them so much. Screw you, Spectrum. Cannot keep internet going for anything. But unfortunately, not many options right now, especially not out here. So let's try this again. I did look them up on one of those down detector websites, and wow, I mean, I know that Spectrum is not good internet service, but I did not realize how bad it was until I looked at the map with all the little hot spots with problems. And there were a couple big old hot spots in California, and then like almost all of the Midwest was clear. I don't know if they just don't use Spectrum or they just have no problems with it. But then, like from about the middle of the United States on all the way to the East Coast, it was like spots of blue everywhere where there were problems. And I'm like, really? Really, really? Guys, you may have changed your name from Time Warner to Spectrum, but it is clear you did not change one bit of your business practices or your customer service practices or anything else, because you are still the same craptastic service you always were. Okay, enough ranting. We know how I feel about Spectrum now. And we are about halfway to where we need to go with these arrows. We still have plenty of time. That way we can just keep an eye out for mobs that we don't want to have to deal with while we're running these up the road. Like that one over there, who is, okay, going that way. And I think I was talking about, oh yeah, there are certain boosts like the copies I was talking about that you can actually use to get a speed boost for a small amount of time. It'd be nice if she was a hunter, because hunters have a, what they call find the path, which gives them a speed boost. A couple of characters have temporary speed boost that last a few seconds. The Guardian has one, the Captain has one. Don't know if the Champion has one or not. And of course the Warden has their own specific skill that only works on them. The Hunter's skill actually works on a whole party, though. So if you're grouped up with a couple of people and one of them happens to be a hunter and they're using Find the Path, everybody in the party gets the benefit of that. So it's a pretty cool skill. I enjoy using it when I'm on my hunter. I know my friend enjoys it too, because hey, who complains when they're a little bit faster doing stuff? I think we are almost at our destination. We are. Look at that. And we managed to do it with plenty of time to spare, even having to pause and wait for mobs to move along. You successfully brought the arrows to Merid Threndir. Merid Threndir, yeah.
Sweet-eyed, Randir.
I can tell the arrows have already slain an orc or two. How many more of the creatures will fell to each of these, I wonder. You have done most well, Medriel. Your efforts will not be forgotten by the elves of Lorien. So I get to pick a prize. And that actually will become a repeatable. Kind of like the two up at the flat. The repeatable will be, one, go find the bodies. And then after you find the bodies, then, of course, run the arrows back. And the other quest will be, one, gather the filth, and then once you've gathered the filth, bring it out this way and burn it. So instead of being two different quests, it's going to be just each of them their own quest. And there will be daily repeatables. Easy enough to do. There have certainly been harder repeatables in life. What are we doing here? We have barricades, orcs, orc weapons, waylayers. Well, there's some barricades. There's another barricade on this side, I thought for sure. Maybe it's on the other side. Yeah, maybe it is, although I thought for sure there were two on this side. Oh, that's right. There's also weapons in here. And we can burn the filth. Excuse me. Okay. Really? You didn't stun? That's funny. There, we finally got that filth burned. Alright, so that's one orc weapon. Another orc weapon. Really? Oh, excuse me. Okay. So, let's see. We've gotten 2 weapons. We've defeated a couple waylayers. 3 weapons now. Set fire to arc barricades. Yep, that's what we just did. A 3rd one. Well, like I said, once you've got these set up, these dailies are pretty mindless, easy. Okay, we only need 1 more of those. Orc weapons. So we have a couple of those here. Really? Okay. I would figure you would have died before the other one. Since considering you were the one standing practically on top of the thing. Siege Master, orc weapons are over here. Okay. Where are you? Oh, hi. How you doing? So that takes care of that. Did I get them all? I think I might have. Let me double check. Probably not the best time to do this while we're running. Okay, where are we? Alright, so this one is... Moria. Nope. You would think I could find this easier than this. Alright. I'm actually amazed that I did not run into a single thing. Ah, special. Right. It's called special because they're dailies. Task at hand, complete tasks. Aiding the elves 1 and 2 is finished. Okay. That's what I wanted to find out. Alright. Go to Stable Master and take the ride back to Ecat and Estelle. And it looks like this time we're getting an elk. I was going to say moose, and it's like, no, that's not a moose. That's an elk. Instead of getting a reindeer, we're getting an elk. I guess it doesn't matter either way. It still seems kind of weird to ride them. Alright, so we turn in the arrow quest at Ecat and Estelle. I don't think we have anything left to turn in at Ecat and Estelle. No, because the turn in for the arrows is actually at Mekhem Bizru. But when we go back to Ecat and Estelle, she'll have the very first of our repeatable daily to find the bodies and then bring the arrows. Obviously, we don't have to do that again today. But, how are we doing for rep? We'll go under character, reputation, and we're looking for the Galadhrim rep. We're a little further, we're about a quarter of the way through, no, 1/5 of the way through acquaintance. So, it's going to take us some work to get kindred with the Galadhrim, but we'll work on it. Alright, we are back at Ecat and Estelle. Let's go talk to that one elf who wanted us to burn the filth. And that's him here.
What brings you to Lothlorien?
I know you have done what I asked, for I could smell the reek from here. The Ark should know now that no offense against the land will go unanswered. Thank you for your aid.
A shadow falls
and
beyond
as you can
Lothlorien,
see,
against which we must be prepared.
More orcs have crossed Nimmerdale, leaving filth in their wake. If you are still willing to help, I would ask you to once again walk north and south along the banks, picking up the filth of the orcs so Nimmerdale can once again run clean. Return to me once you have done. So that is the, like I said, it's turned into a daily.
If you have a moment,
Again, I don't think we're
assistance.
going to have to reread these. It's pretty much a condensation of the two quest dialogues. So, recover arrows, and then we would bring the arrows to her, pick up the arrows, and run them back like we did last time. which, again, we're not going to do that again today, because technically we have already done that. But these 4 quests, doing those, I mean, if you were to just do those, you could conceivably get your Lorien rep. I guess we might as well pick up this filth while we're here. You could conceivably get your Lorien rep. I would not recommend doing it that way because it would take forever. But if you were doing these daily, along with doing other side quests in Lorien, and there are a few other dailies to do, it would still be a little bit grindy, but it is possible to get it done in, I guess I've gotten it done in like a couple of weeks before. And that was just kind of casually coming in and doing quests and then doing some dailies. Alright, so let's finish. We don't need to reread these again.
Traveler. Orcs have come down from the mountains.
And we won't be able to take these again until the next time.
Orcs have come down from the mountains.
But each of those gives you 700 reps. So if you were to do, like I said, just the 4 of these, you would get about 2,000 rep a day. And it would take simply an age. I'm not even going to lie. It would take an age to get your rep up that way. And of course, now that they have made everything from 1 to 95 free, people can do all these quests. Used to be that free-to-play couldn't do all the side quests in Lorien, and about the only thing they had was these couple of quests. Now, it doesn't work quite that way. Oh, and we almost forgot to talk to these guys. Here's Rumel. Rumel smiles at you and then speaks in Elvish. Welcome, my friend. I understand you are to help me with the watch, but everything seems to be quiet. The orcs have, wisely it seems to me, chosen not to come here and test my prowess. A pity. I thank you for the offer of help, but I do not have need of it for now. And of course, because you're an elf, he's going to speak Elvish to you. We need to find the other, and I don't know if these elves speak Sindarin or another dialect of Elven. I'm assuming they're Sindarin. They would speak Sindarin. Here's our other elf, and that is Orphan. Orphan is about to speak when something distracts him suddenly. Yar, he hisses. You have successfully defended him. Mepanas Abado Sina Shaldir. In other words, he said, thank you. Please speak to Haldir. I think that's pretty much the brief translation of that. Let's see if it shows up in here. Sometimes you will see Me panas abado sina haldir. Well, it's not thank you, because Hananli is thank you, I think. Me panas. Well, the second part is to go talk to Haldir, because I see Haldir's name in there. Me panas abado sina Haldir. I'll have to look it up later. I know this is some sort of gratitude. Alright, Haldir. He's like, what took you so long? I asked you to do this like 3 days ago. I'm like, well, you know, I kind of got lost in the Golden Wood. Okay.
You have my thanks.
I thank you for helping my brothers, Medril, and for safeguarding the eaves of Lorien. The Lady Galadhrim has sent word to me concerning your petition and the fate of the dwarves. I will relay to you her message.
We may have need of your help, if you offer it willingly.
A short time before you arrived, an even stranger company came to Lorien. Blindfolded, they were brought to Karen Emroth, for in no way would we endanger the safety of our land. Sad tidings they brought with them, and grief. Haldir pauses and then goes on. The Lady Galadhrim sent a small party of elves into Moria, following the tidings this company brought with them. She says, if you wish to see the dwarves, you will render your aid unto those elves, for their task in Moria is very important. They have made a small camp in Waltherendoth, the shadowed refuge, among the foundations of stone. The lady says that an evil greater by 4 than the Ark presence lies beneath the foundations of stone and must be faced if your dwarves are to be saved. Alright, so we're actually not going to go see the Lady Galadhrim yet. Book 7.
You are welcome within Lothlorien, and may visit the hill of Kerin Amroth.
It says, if you have not already completed Volume 2, Book 6, it is encouraged, though not required, that you do so before beginning the quest. Okay, so Volume 2, Book 6. What are we on right now? Volume 2, Book 6. And we're literally on that book right now. Okay. So, it actually suggests that you don't do that one until after you finish this one. Probably a good idea anyway. Now we have a choice. We can continue the epic, which requires us to go back into the deep darks of Moria once more. Or we can stay out in the sunshine and the fresh air a little bit longer. And maybe pick up another quest or 2 out here in Lorien. I don't know about you, but the first option is sounding much nicer. And in fact, I think that's exactly what we'll do. So, since I do not remember, I'm pretty sure I got 1 or 2 2 stables out here, but we are going to go grab a stable or 2 before we finish. Well, we're going to also grab this orc corpse because it's right here. There. And you may pass, but do not stray from your path. How about eat this? Oh, and also, these flats are also a deed. So you have discovered Talon Atherton. And if you go into your deeds, you go to, I think it's Ravanian? Yeah, Lothlorien. Lothlorien Lookout. And you have all these Talons. You have to find 11 of them total. And finding them all will give you, of course, marks, a title, which happens to be Lorien Lookout, and reputation. So, actually doing the deeds here in Lorien is good just for the fact that you get rep from them. So that one was just like literally right on the road there. And there is actually another one right across from it. So we're going to grab that while we're here. And this is Talon Dolanhan. They're kind of nice. I mean, I wouldn't hang out on them because I know me. I'm the ultimate klutz, and without railings, I would fall to my death. Okay. Alright, so further into Lorien we go. And as you can see, we have changed from a much more natural look near Mekhem Bizru to this very glamored. The trees are all tall and fair. Everything is very verdant. It also looks very clean. You have discovered the Lady's Rest. I just don't know quite how to explain Lothlorien, and while I think it's beautiful, at the same time I don't particularly like it. There is the city of Galadhrim. And of course it's huge, as you can tell. We'll not stop right in front of the lizard that would like to lick my face off. And we will head back that way in just a moment. There is one more stable a little further along that I want to grab first. Now, another benefit of doing reputation here in Lothlorien, and in fact, once we circle back to Aragion to do quest and get the rep there, it's the same way. The higher your rep here, the more of the stables you open up as fast travel. Because right now we don't have a whole lot of rep. Most of the stables are going to be slow travel only. Once you get your rep up, you start getting stables will open up fast travels. And like I said, same way in Aragion. Without the reputation It's like slow travels only.
Sweet Melon.
So here, since we do have acquaintance, we can fast travel to Mekhem Bizru, because that's the entrance area. However, Ekad and Estelle, as you can see, is only a slow travel. If we had the other stables, they would also only be slow travel. Now, we can go back towards the city and grab that stable. And yes, there is another stable. It is Kren Emroth, which is actually part of the main storyline. So we're not in a rush to grab that right now. We'll get to it. I mean, I can't lie. It's a pretty place. It might even be very peaceful, but honestly, I prefer the looks of places like Mirkwood or the Great River. So, there's our stable. We have that.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Now, since I already have a port into the city, will it just let me in, or is it going to expect me to have the rep to enter? Using that has no effect. So you're serious. I can use my Eldar port, P-O-R-T, to get into Kras Galadhrim. But I can't get in by the front door. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Okay. You know what? We're going to thumb our nose at them. And we're going to head... Where is that? No, that's Oscar Ruth. Tornhad. Kras Galadhrim. I need to sort those. This is the funniest thing ever. I cannot get in the front door by going through the front door. But I can get in the front door with a port that was given to me when I started the character. Alright. So, next time we will continue questing and, well, we're going to flip a coin. Either we're going to go back into Moria and continue the epic, or we're going to work our way into Lothlorien and do some of the side quests. Either way, should be fun. And until then, bye for now.